Games. Hello and welcome back to Koi Boy Games. We're gonna pick off right where we left off, fighting this big chungus here and all these little guys. As always, my name is Nathan from Weekend with the Weebs. We just released our strangest podcast. It was really a shit show, but you know, it was fun. Oh shit, I died. Okay. Let's see here. Alright. We got one of these fire demons.
Hey, could you point me to the mixing room?
I don't think he's gonna do that, Dante. I mean, I don't even know if that guy can talk really, or well, point me. It's a great boss for this part, too. Should be the next level, though. Alright. Trying to think, do I have any stories for today? I always run out, then I go on some kind of tangent. And it's always something. I don't really know what. Not necessarily good. I played my first vinyl today. So yeah, that was quite the experience. Was in the Court of the Crimson King, the thing that inspired Diavolo from JoJo's Part 5. Yeah, no, it's pretty cool. Nice work, kind of the rest of the day, and that was it. Not much happened, like clearly there weren't even many people at work, so it was not bad. It's kind of slow, but that's about it. I'm trying to think of a crazy-ish story I haven't told yet. Oh god. I don't even know anymore. I think I'm like... crap, I thought like here I was having an infinite amount of stories, but nope. Nope, oh, gotta get those healths. Still love how there's like a thing, because of the Red Cross, you'll never see like an actual Red Cross as like the healing symbol in the video game, because like it's so copyrighted. It's another thing, actually on the podcast we were going to talk about, we never got to. Was Disney, and there was this this kid that what happened? Oh yeah, my health. Okay. Yeah, well, that was nothing. Yeah, no, there was this kid who on his grave wanted to have like a Spider-Man, but because like you know Disney.
Hey, could you point me to the mixing room?
Who owns Spider-Man? They denied it because they didn't want, you know, the image of Spider-Man associated with the kid, yet this kid, like, on his deathbed had, like, it says as to say, like, all his Spider-Man toys out, and, like, you know, he was really into it, so it's, like, it's kind of, like, I get it, because, like, copyright reasons, once they open up that door, but, like, at the same time, it's like, dude, it's just, like... just a kid who enjoyed your product enough to bring it, like, to his grave, you know? It's like, at least honor it that once, you know? I don't know. I kind of see it as kind of a cold move, but it's such me. A lot of other people were feeling the same way, but it's like, really, what would, like, Stan Lee think of that? Like, cause he passed away by that point, that this happened. This is probably, like, earlier this year, but like still, oh my gosh, I love this, you know, just shooting them in the air, seeing how many bullets. It's like the slowest, stupidest way to kill in this game. You know, like, they make Limbo out to be scary, but compared to like, I don't know. Like, this is nothing compared to, like, the 5th game. Well, I guess this is technically the 5th. But the Devil May Cry 5, it's like, that was, I need to do a playthrough of that, because that was creepy as all hell. All the, had a lot of, like, kind of eldritch influence to it. I really like it. I stopped playing that Call of Cthulhu game, though, just because it got really slow and not much was happening. Like, I was expecting, you know, to maybe have to run or see something, but it was all just dialogue, which is fine, but I think, like, in a role-playing game, you need more than just dialogue to carry it, you know? It's sort of like, you know, D&D in a way. Like, I've DM'd a lot, and, like, you want a pretty standard mix between dialogue and, like, you know, actual combat. Because, like, once it's all combat, then you're basically just playing a game of chess. Once it's all dialogue, you're pretty much just writing a fan fiction with your friends. So, you want, like, that mix. Yeah. And, like, one thing, like, so, like, I just kind of gotta say, is, like, actually, here's an interesting story. So, I was playing a game, but, like, I had basically a Betrayal of the House on the Hill kind of style thing, where, and I told my players, it was that stereotypical meme, like, don't mess with this, it was a crossbow. I'm like, don't mess with it. And it was kind of possessed. And yeah, then one of them got, like, kind of, like, overkill on it. And the rest had to, you know, kind of crawl around and, like, fight each other. But there were a lot of hard feelings that night. A lot of characters died. And we almost made, like, a part 2. It was really kind of weird in that way. But, I don't know. It was fun, but I just remember, like, I never realized how attached, like, players get to their characters. Like, it's not a crazy amount, but it's to the point where, you know, it's like when they die, like, I almost think, like, you have to think of it as, like, it's not that bad, because typically you're just gonna make another character, or, you know, it's like, what's the fun of the game if you can't lose, essentially? And I think the cool point about that mission, although it was really hard, was the whole thing of you're not fighting a, you know, monster anymore. And a lot of my, like, you know, bosses were really weird, really big kind of things. Sort of like bosses in this game, you know, just like really, where I did a lot of, like, more survival horror things. I don't know. Towards the end, I'm gonna be honest, that whole shit fell apart. That whole entire just became a crap show. And I put, oh my god, it was that stereotypical meme, and I don't think there's ever, like, a way to get around this. But by your first session, you have, like, a full folder, you have a full, like, hard drive, like 1 terabyte filled with information about this world, and it's like by the second, maybe 5th session, if you're lucky, it's like your notes for it are there's a dungeon and there's a dragon. So it was kind of like that. Also, another thing that I kind of regret, well, I don't regret it, it was good as bosses, but as a custom, like, race, I really regret it. I tried to make, like, a kind of like Eldritch kind of Cenobite race thingy. It was weird. It worked for the first half, but then it just kind of crumbled. But, you know, it was all good. It worked. It was fun, and that's what mattered. Another thing is, I learned not to do too many campaigns at once, because I was DMing, like, 2 to 3 at the time. It was freaking crazy, and I couldn't handle it. Especially, and the problem was with one, one was just with my friends, and it was really chill, and that one I actually enjoyed a lot more, but I felt like I was always, you know, never giving it once I started the second one, like the attention I should have, because the first one, I was kind of getting, I don't wanna, like, I was being paid in store credit, and players, like, would pay to play it, so I thought, like, of that one more is, like, I don't want to say, I guess, yeah, in a way, like, not like I was doing it as a career, but I thought of it as a more professional thing, so I'd always, you know, that one I'd pour, like, 6 hours into, and of course I was, they're one day apart, the days. One would be on Friday, one would be on Saturday, and I always felt like one I was doing, like, 30 minutes before, the other I was putting 6 hours into, so, it's kind of one of those things, and two, none of these people in the other group I knew before, so it's really, I don't know, D&D is just an interesting game to learn about people, so it was just kind of how it is. Oh crap, I'm dying a lot in this. I don't know. Yeah. The thing I do give myself props on for is I have not made, oh god, the incredibly dark, the one I play, the one that's not with my friends, but yeah, because the other one, like, that one got extremely dark, but I think it's because, they knew me, and to be honest, like, I think in the beginning it was cool to have it like that. I pushed it a little too dark to the end, which I kind of regret. Freaking. Oh yeah, and here's the thing, like, it was always really dark, and we never did a Halloween, like, one, so, which was really funny. But, we decided to do an April Fool's one. It was an absolute shit show. I regret it. Like, that was one of the, I don't want to say the worst moment in my life, but, like, probably, I don't want to, okay. It was one of those moments, like, nothing, like, I've had way worse things happen to me in my life, but it was one of those things where just the whole thing was, like, fucking uncomfortable. Just cause, like, except for one guy, cause I forgot to tailor to everyone's thing, and I put a lot of meme culture in it, but I don't think everyone got onto that, and to be honest, like, it was really hard to balance, what was going on, and it was just really weird, but it wasn't canon, I guess, so it was something, yeah, it was not good, but that's my little DMing story there. Also, I had to drive 30 minutes to get from one to the other, and by the time it was, like, I know this sounds bad, but I'd have to get up at, like, 10 every morning, because, with my major, they only give me, like, everyone else gets 1,000 schedules to choose from, I get one, so that's kind of how it's always been, so all my classes are, like, they start at, like, one would be, like, the earliest I ever get a class, and then, from there, like, a lot of, like, some even started at, like, 9 o'clock at night, so, it was crazy with that, having to get up, as weird as that sounds, but, I'm also not one, I don't have a lot of energy, I don't really know why, but, I just don't get tired quickly. Unless, like, I'm in the moment and I have the adrenaline going, but no. That's just one thing. Oh my god. I hate these chainsaw guys. Like, honestly, they're just annoying. Like, the big guys, okay, they're fine, because there's actually a way to dodge them. You can time it. You can do things. These guys just, oh my gosh. It's like, I don't know. One good thing I have to say about the chainsaw guys is they really do give you the environmental kills, because if you time it right, that's what I love about when they opened up Devil May Cry, to be a little more a little more like open world, or I shouldn't say open world, but like, you know, open arena. You got a lot more like abilities for environmental kills and stuff like that. It wasn't like you're cornered in a small room kind of a thing. I need to play like one of the originals just to see, show what those are like for the people who don't know. But this one's by far the edgiest and the weirdest, so, you know, it is what it is, so, yeah. Oh, I have a story. I'm gonna talk about when Fortnite first came out. So I've played Fortnite once, and was at a friend's house, and I really didn't like it. The style, it's not a bad game by any means, just the style's a bit not my taste. So, you know, it's nothing when I say that against, you know, the people who put in the hard work. It's actually a really well-made game, that's why it's doing so well. But, when it first came out, till 4 in the morning, every night, slash morning, I guess then, I would hear in my dorm room, it was a bunch of, like, guys on our wing, so we were just there, but I'd hear, like, "Where we dropping, boys?" and, like, gunfire, and it was just super weird. So I kind of, like, part of me actually wants to play Fortnite, because, like, it looks fun, but then I remember, like, all the hype about it, and it was just so, like, like, I don't know, it was just the whole thing, like, you know, people, like, getting out in mass groups, like, you know, doing the Shia LaBeouf just do it, but instead it was, "Where we dropping, boys?" And, like, there were all these, like, kind of semi-sexual jokes, I guess, like, "Hey, I'm gonna put my tilted towers in your shifty," I don't know what it was, but, like, the other area on there, but it's just, like, I don't know. The one thing, the map is, like, the same every time, which I know they edit it, but that's one thing that, like, bothers me about that game, is I need a game that's gonna constantly, like, you know, change, or, you know, like, at least fighting games, or, you know, like, even Call of Duty, like, there's different maps. I mean, not to say I like the Call of Duty series much anymore, but, you know, Ghosts was good, you can kill me for saying that, but, here's another one of those guys. You know, it's so bad in this game that I think, like, I hear chainsaws even when I don't. There's, like, none of these guys around at all, or I've played through this and I know they're probably not gonna be in the level, but, you know, whatever. It is what it is, I guess. Up. I don't know how good this is gonna be for streaming. There we go. Okay, cool. Yeah. Well, there we go. Experienced a bit of that laggy lag. That laggy lag, which is laggy. I'm just sad because, you know, even though I have a whole season of JoJo's yet to watch, we don't have part 6 out yet. JoJo's is an addiction. It's like cocaine. I wouldn't know though, because I've never used cocaine or really any illicit drug, but whatever. Oh my gosh, this part, like, I'm one who can sit through visceral horror, but this kind of, like, freaked me up a bit. Yeah, wait for it. Wait for this colostomy bag.
What in the shitting?
It's one thing I hope I never have to use, a colostomy bag, because it scares me.
I'm guessing our subject is on the other end of that.
I don't have enough time in recording to explain what that is, but just believe me, you can look it up, it's kind of scary. It can be life-saving, though. Alright. This video's gonna end up shortly. I'll leave off where I left off. Have a nice night. And, bye.